Now we're driving on the way to Jerash, 1 hour north of Amman, the capital city of Jordan. It's just a little bit of the sight for you. And yes, it is raining and it's foggy out, unfortunately. Well, we made it to Jerash in northern Jordan. We had a 4-hour ride from Wadi Rum to the airport. We dropped off Vance, and then we had about an hour and a half ride to here. We just had a delicious lunch, and now we finally made it to Jerash, and at the moment, no rain. So let's see if we can get lucky and it holds off for an hour or so, and we can enjoy this incredible Roman city, one of the finest in the world in terms of structures that are still with us. And right here is Hadrians Arch, or Hadrians Gate, I think would be a better description. This here is part of the Hippodrome that we are going to look at next. There it is. Along the wall, or the back side, were the shops. These are all different shops that would be open when the games were played. Thank you. The inside of the Hippodrome, there's not a whole lot left, but this is the seating area that is still here.
The left side, that time when they look out of the arches, they are in fact looking to the next Roman city away from here, and the next Roman city is Amman, Philadelphia. So Jerash in the north, there's one farther to the north, it's the last,
and where the shops were.
This one, then Amman. So the caravans, you know, the camels and traders, they used to pass by those cities on their way to Damascus.
In Jerash. So this is the main entrance gate to the city. Once upon a time, there was a wall such as that around the entire city. No longer the case. There are 3 different levels of this wall. The origins is the foundation. The second part is Greek, and then the last part is Roman. Also down there is an olive oil press. The Romans were incredible builders. We will see this from atop, but let's just get it while we're down here. This was the forum area where they did meetings. I'm sure there were all kinds of shops here. People selling wares every day would be my guess based on what I know. Look at those columns. Awesome. Anyone that knows me well knows I'm fascinated with Roman rock, whether it's still standing or has fallen. And here we have more Roman stone. So here we have the whole city of Jerash. There's the main thoroughfare that would lead right through the middle. You have a lot of columns, and at least this one over here was a temple, correct?
Right.
And then we'll see a little bit more when we get there. And as you can see, it is raining, so we didn't quite beat the weather. However, it's still beautiful and there aren't a lot of people here, so we have kind of the place to ourselves. Here we are going to walk into the theater. Look how thick these tunnel walls are. The famous Roman arched ceiling. Steps that are 2,000 years old, still in use today. And wow. This was two floors. Only the first floor remains, but look how intact it is. It's amazing. Now there was some restoration for this, but you can still make out how incredible the stage was. And here's the seating. There's the rain, and we'll go down. Look at these incredible stairs 2,000 years later. This is a magnificent amphitheater. It's in such wonderful condition. Look at that. Look at that beauty.
Since you are familiar with the Roman history, do you have any idea what this shape here means?
The answer is no. I have never either seen it or paid attention to
This is the sign of Zeus. And you know, Zeus, you know what is the amazing thing about it? It's the same sign of Shiva in Hindu. Same sign of Zeus. And it's almost, you know, by the way, there are two eagles, huh? Two eagles head. The other thing that you would find, this one also is like in Arabic language. If you just add the circle here, it would be Allah.
Yeah, the rain has stopped for a moment, but the clouds look a little foreboding. This was all where various temples were. You can still see the columns. We have Udum standing there, and we're going to go up. This was a beautiful area to live back in the Roman days and after. A great colonnade of columns. This is the remains of a 5th and 6th century Christian church. First of all, look at where it's located, up on the hill overlooking the city. And now, look at the mosaic on the floor. That is really spectacular. Of course, most of the church is gone.
This new station.
This is a fake crap that the UNESCO rejected.
Yep, it
And you
is.
see there is like pieces of clay.
Take a look at how beautiful these columns are. The color is spectacular. Look at this tall one here. Look at the color of that. That is wonderful. And Romans, they were builders. And behind us is the Temple of Artemis. We're going to go take a look at that next. But I wanted to highlight the beauty of these columns. And look at that beautiful sky. Wow. Look at these incredible original steps leading down, but in reality what it's leading up to is the Artemis Temple, which is there. This whole area was Artemis Temple, and here they used to do animal sacrifices right here. There was a wooden structure over it, but they did animal sacrifices, I assume to Artemis, fertility god, I believe. And now we're going to head down to the main square of the city. Now we're heading down to the main thoroughfare. What was the main road called?
Cardo.
Cardo.
Where the Cardo came from.
Okay. Cardo. And every Roman city like this, of this nature that I've been in, has always had that one main road that ran through the city. And generally on one side were all the temples, businesses, and on the other side where people lived. And that's what we're walking into now. So straight ahead should be the side where people lived, and where we just came from would be the temples, work buildings, etc. Look at the stonework. Look at the columns. And here is original Roman road.
I was saying that this is like the first class of steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 to the altar. Like 9 months.
9 months pregnant, 9 steps. So that way, which we're not going to explore, is the northern gate. And we're going to turn and head down the southern gate.
The cross.
Oh yes, okay. Is it more beautiful and interesting to walk? Nothing like having the Roman city to ourselves. And yes, there's some modern things happening here. Oh, look at this.
You asked me about the water fountain.
Yes.
And this is the main water fountain in Jerash city. They call it, Nymphium.
The main water city in Jerash is this. Okay.
And the Nymphium is like Wallah. The Nymphium is like you would find 7 holes. Each one comes with lion's head, same like the concept here. there. So then the water would fall down in this basin, and then it comes out of the lion's head through the lion's mouth again, down to the dolphin's drainage system. And you know, nymph, also in English, nymph could mean nymphium.
Nymph.
It's something hydro life, right? Like
The rains have come again, but so has the end of the journey in Jerash. Sorry for the umbrella, but keeping us from getting wet.
Please show the umbrella holder.
We certainly hope you've enjoyed this journey with us, Egypt and Jordan. This is the end of the road for the trip. Please keep following us, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you visited any of these places and what you thought of them. I think it's been a fabulous trip and already looking forward to the next one, so stay tuned. Have a great morning or evening, depending on where you are, and be good to yourself every day. Udom and I are relaxing at the Royal Jordanian Lounge in Amman. We're getting ready to fly to Doha, and then Doha to Bangkok. And it's actually a nice lounge. It's kind of outdoor. It's a second level. Oh, there's Udom. Say hello.
Hello. I'm busy eating.
All right, go back to eating. Enjoy. Actually, let's just give you a quick walk around. See what this looks like. He's out. First time I've seen one out in the open like this. But it's nice. Everything Royal Jordanian has been pretty much first class. I think we have some pizza here. And some dessert. Oh, Udom and I just bought some nice Jordanian and Turkish desserts to take home. They look good. And if I'm not mistaken, the other side has the same thing. So we've got another hour or so here, and then we will have about a 2-hour break in Doha, and then onward home. I think we're both looking forward to getting home. And Vance is on the way home already, and he upgraded on Emirates to first class, and I believe he's got a private room. He sent pictures. Good for him. He deserves it. He had a last couple of days that weren't so good. So Udom and I made it to Doha, and we had a 2 a.m. flight takeoff. Unfortunately, it is delayed until at least 5 a.m. So we're hanging out in the lounge with very few people at 2 a.m. right now. Nothing else to do. Just took a shower. Feel better. And I will probably get some sleep for a couple hours. So that's the update. Flight here was good. Crowded, but good. Qatar Airline does a good job.